The 2025 Devil May Cry anime got me, for a lack of better words, very fucking conflicted. Certain scenes are peak and I could really feel the DMC vibe, but some other times I just felt like Netflix tried to replicate Devil May Cry as well as they could without really grasping what makes it such a beloved franchise. But before I get called a hater, let's talk about what I love about this anime. So the good part of the anime, first of all, the story. Yes, the story is pretty good in my opinion. I love how we can relate to the villains and feel for them instead of just them being goofy L monsters. The villains had good motivation to be villains and the heroes were kind of just a bunch of assholes really. And I love that. I love how nuanced the story is. Another thing I loved were the multiple references made in the anime. I really enjoyed how, like for example, Dante made a reference to Raccoon City from Resident Evil. And some multiple other references were made along the way, but I won't talk about it because it would take many minutes. Anyways, the attention to little details was really on point in this anime, I gotta say. Netflix really did a good job with the references. You can see that at least one person working on this anime has some kind of Devil May Cry knowledge, instead of having a full team of people that never played the games their show is based on. The Hello Show. Anyways, I was never bored watching this anime, but sadly, there are other elements I did dislike about this anime. I said the word anime like 15 times, but whatever. So yes, the bad things. Some of the lines and musical choices in this anime just felt kind of forced and out of place, I'll say. I'll avoid spoilers as much as possible, but at some point, Dante knew, he needs to unlock his Devil Trigger for some reason, and you know, it's a classic Devil May Cry thing, unlocking the Devil Trigger. And it just feels so fucking goofy, man. Dante, you need to unlock the Devil Trigger so that the Devil may cry. Oh my god, absolute cinema. Hearing this just feels like hearing Morbius say
it's Morbin time.
Many scenes feel like they just forced the game elements into the anime instead of introducing them correctly. And this is also true for the musical choices as well. When Dante unlocks his Devil Trigger, guess what music plays? Yes, Devil Trigger, Nero's theme from Devil May Cry 5. Oh my god, originality, I know. This theme starts playing, which is pretty funky considering that the guy voicing Dante is Nero's voice actor, and that's just a funky little detail. But anyway, it just feels like, oh my god, Dante unlocked Devil Trigger. It gives us an excuse to use this fan favorite song Devil Trigger from the hit game Devil May Cry 5. Ha ha ha, the fans will definitely love this one. It's like, man, also, in the last episode, spoiler alert by the way, Virgil literally pulls up and says some goofy ass fucking line. Something around the line of like, humanity summoned the storm and I am that storm and I am approaching, which is a reference to Virgil's theme from Devil May Cry 5. I am the storm that is approaching, provoking. Yep, it's like, it just feels so fucking goofy, man. What are those, like, absolute cinema quotes? This is such a goofy ass fucking line that has only one purpose. Fan service. The anime tries so hard to be unique by changing the original story, but yet, it tries so hard to use elements from the games and fan service as much as they can. Sometimes this anime just feels like forced fan service that's being pushed down our throat, for real. Another little thing I found goofy about this anime, I don't even hate this anime, bro, I just think it's goofy as hell. Anyways, sometimes the anime uses some mainstream rock music in intense scenes, and I kinda get what they're going for, right? Devil May Cry is known for its very good rock music, but the musical choices in this anime felt kinda out of place at certain moments. I love American Idiot, and I understand why they used this song in the last episode, because America went full dumbass mode, but it doesn't fit the Devil May Cry universe at all. Never would I've thought that I'd hear Green fucking Day of all groups in the Devil May Cry media. Sometimes it just feels like the creator thought, oh, the fans love rock music, and they just dropped some edgy, mainstream rock music and popular music from the game instead of really composing music that fits the Devil May Cry universe. I still hella enjoyed the scenes with the music in it because I love those songs, but they just don't really fit the Devil May Cry universe. It just seems so goofy to me, man. This whole anime is just so fucking goofy. It's not a big negative for me, but I still think it's worth mentioning, and I was wondering if some of you agree with this take. I know I said I like the story, but it still has its issues. The big problem I have with this anime is the Dante and Lady's place in the story. This doesn't feel like a Devil May Cry anime. It feels like a lady side story. Dante is there, yes, but I think he canonically has less screen time than Lady, and for 90% of his screen time, he gets his ass whooped, and he got massively fucking nerfed. And I understand that this is young Dante, and he doesn't even know he's a half demon, and he lacks experience and maturity, but come on, man, I don't want to watch an anime where my goat, the main protagonist, keeps getting fucked. If I wanted that, I would just watch Invincible instead, right? So yeah, anyways, talking about bad writing, am I the only one wondering also, why the fuck did the US government just build a whole ass prison in hell when the entire purpose of the anime is to show the viewer that if demons can come on Earth, humanity would be fucked? Like, it has been said word by word in the anime, if higher level demon can come on Earth, humanity is fucked. And yet, what does humanity do at the end of the anime final episode? They go to hell, and somehow they manage to take control of it. It makes zero fucking sense. Who wrote that shit? That's another problem I have with this anime. The ending is nonsensical. I love most of the story, but what the fuck is this ending? Honestly, outside of those things though, I think the Devil May Cry anime is pretty good. The animation is alright, also the demons don't look super good at times. But for a first try, I'd say this anime is kind of a W. It could have been way worse, at least it's better than the Resident Evil adaptation, so it's already a win in my book. It feels like Netflix kinda understands the vibe of Devil May Cry to a certain degree, but now all they need to do is polish it really. If Netflix learn from their mistake and put a little bit more effort to make the anime unique instead of just relying on fan service and cringy rock music, I think the season 2 has potential. Because yes, we are definitely getting a season 2 with how the season 1 ended. Anyways, that's all I had to say. I mean, I probably missed some things, but that's your job to tell me in the comment section, and I'm always interested to have everyone's point of view. And honestly, even though this anime has problem, I really had a great time with it. And anyone who doesn't know Devil May Cry will most definitely enjoy this show, even though they might not understand all the references. Most of the problems I have with this anime kind of fade away if you don't really know shit about Devil May Cry in the first place. Anyways, share your opinions in the comment section. I read pretty much all of my comments, so don't hesitate. I truly wonder what people think of this anime because it left me like confused as fuck. It got me very fucking conflicted. And I wonder what all of you think about it, so don't hesitate to leave a comment. Anyways, bye bye!